Hello everyone and welcome back to Tier 3. We are at the Chinese Grand Prix for the first time. There's a car crash on the side, that's a Renault, but anyways, we are here for the Chinese Grand Prix for the first time in Alpha Racing League. This is the first time we've been at this track, and this is the first time we get to race here with Tier 3, and Tier 3 with a decent attendance today. We thought it was going to be lower, but we keep ourselves from that tied record of 17 people. I'm PMBO5. I'm joined by F1X driver X2018. F1 driver, make sure you've included your audio. Welcome yourself.
Hello there. Yeah, first time at the Chinese Grand Prix. The league should be quite a good one, I think. Lots of very tight strategy already.
Very interesting to see. Some people on soft, some people on medium, some people know the strategy, some people don't. Anyways, want to go over some people making their first starts of the season, making their first returns, everything else that's going on. Burning Man, well, there's a lot of firsts at this track. This is the first time at this racetrack. We are at the Chinese Grand Prix for the first time ever. And this is the first time we're racing here. Tier 1 will be the 69th ever ARL race. And,
Lovely.
Yes. Really nice, yeah. Burning Man making a return, this time as a reserve. He's in Racing Point, placing Haas Boomer today, reserving for him. You also have Black Raw, his first start this time. Riskiest Robin, I believe it's his first start as well. Joseph returns as a reserve. Ditto returns as a reserve as well. Just Dylan Boy returns to a full-time seat, and that's really it. That's all we have. But out of the guys returning, the guys coming in, who do you look at the most and think that is most interesting out of those names that I named?
Well, I think everyone should be credited on their first start. Nervous. You do get quite nervous sometimes whenever you start in the league. Obviously, some people have been in the league before, but haven't. Okay, Aaron just cut in front of Burning Man whilst trying to go to the pit lane. Never mind. So yeah, I think Burning Man, by the looks of it, he's already up there on the timing sheet, so it should be quite interesting. I don't think Ditto has set a lap. Oh no, top of the timing sheet. It didn't pop up on my thing. Oh, nice glitch. So yeah. Ditto's already at the top of the timing sheet, so that's already quite interesting to see how that plays out. But yeah, as we saw last week, the racing should be quite good, shall we say?
Should be indeed, and it should be very interesting to see, because this is the first time some of these drivers have raced at China on this game, and China as a whole, because some people just do China on career mode and, you know, all that type of stuff, but some people have yet to run this track on the in league racing, and on the F1 2020 game, on F1 games itself, and online. Some people have yet to run this track there. Burning Man getting a little bit of a tow on GSR Thrasher there, his medium tires. Burning Man already getting off to a decent start, not too far off the pace, but also you got to keep in mind he is on the medium tires, so he is getting up to pace, he's getting up to where he should be for the season.
Yeah, definitely.
Black Raw
You
needs
good?
an invite. If you could invite him, that'd be good.
Okay.
CJ Pants is actually out of the session. That's down at turn 15. That's for the hairpin. Communist should be completing a lap this time as well, up to 4th. Last week's Tier 3 race, I want to go over it because there were some interesting stories. Raptor F143, changes gamer tag, of course, right there as you notice. Raptor took the win based off of post-race penalties. JB88 had some contact with Squid Jr. into turn 1. They touched, and of course, Black Raw's left the session again, it looks like.
I'm trying to invite him, but the
then,
Xbox is just being a pain. Invites game. Invites.
So,
there we go.
with Raptor last week, he was in contention as he invalidates and almost spins. He was in contention for a win last week in Bahrain after the late race stuff. He closed that gap from 11 to 1 second in those last laps, those last 10 laps with JB88. He was gaining so much because of the old tires JB88 had. They were getting very, very worn, and it really played a big difference into the race finish. And of course, you saw at that race finish, Raptor got within a second, got within 2 seconds of, you could say as well, which was just enough after the penalty JB88 got after the race for the contact with Squid, which was penalty worthy, and that got him a penalty, which was affecting the post-race result, and that made JB88 get second, and that made Raptor get first, and take the win. Raptor's first win. Now the only people who have yet to win, and that are Irish drivers, are the O'Callahans. I do actually, in fact, you will see in the lobby at some point, have the
there's a
Irish
Renault.
flag, so.
Raptors at the hairpin and just straight lined it. Okay then. That's it. Hellcat's on a mega lap. He's about almost. I think he's a second and a half off.
Should be able to see on the soft tires this time, Hellcat. How's he gonna go this time? Coming to the line for Hellcat. Does improve,
Yep.
goes to the top. It's really fast.
Hopefully people can match him or at least get very close to him. It wouldn't be great to have a qualifying. The whole grid is 10 seconds apart. That wouldn't be brilliant.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But did Monster comes to the line, I think start his lap.
He's as a reserve. He could get placed as a full-time driver pretty soon with the way he's Florian fully completed the checkered flag down in 7th, that is. Squid Jr. as well completed it just a minute ago, down in 11th. I want to fix my mic quickly because it's got some issue I can see from the stream, and it's got some issue that I'm hearing through it. I need to go fix that quickly. Anyways, if you could take over for qualifying for the moment, that'd be great.
Okay. Yellow flags, I think that's ARL. Yeah, I think there's also Spawn. Oh, that's a Mercedes. Joseph.
Mine should be better now.
I think he was disturbed on that by Aaron Ocon. That's not great. Yeah, I think he's just clipped it.
He is better.
You're very quiet.
Alright, well, this should be better.
Yep. Righty, so
Hopefully this is better. Let's see, because I never get a chance to test it most of the time. I'm so quiet. Well, hopefully this works. Yeah, still very quiet. I noticed. Yeah, I'm trying to fix that. Yeah, let me just fix that quickly. Alright, this should be changed, because I don't want to have the mic problem that I've been having back in last season, where just, you know, it wouldn't sound good. JB88 on the mediums goes up to the 3rd position, just ahead of that is.
yeah, that's a very good lap for me. Mediums are about a second and a half slower, so
Yeah. I also want to mention the championship standings. Of course, after one race, we saw Davis, who didn't do the first race of the season. Thrasher goes up to 2nd on the softs, but Davis, who didn't do the first race of the season last season in Tier 3, still going on to win the championship. So, of course, Raptor, JB, who lead the championship, or who lead 1-2 in the championship, they might not go on to win the championship. That might not be the case. So we'll have to find out in these upcoming races what will go on in this championship battle, because this championship is a 15 race season, and there's Hellcat out of the session by retiring from the game. Anyway, retiring in the pits, that is. But no, 25 points Raptor has, and with the constructor standings, with the way that looks, Renault are leading, but they only have one driver today, which is Raptor's dominant square, could not make it.
yeah. I mean, you can't really guess too much from just one race points. It's just the result of last week's race put on a points chart. So, instructors wise, it may show which are the stronger team pairings, possibly, but yeah, drivers' championship is still there's 14 races to go, and there's still a lot on offer for all the drivers.
Keep in mind as well, GSR Patriot, Luke B, Data Lucas, all those guys came in after the second race of the season, at least after the second race of the season, into Tier 3. So with that in mind, with that being said, someone could possibly challenge for this championship who, necessarily
Raptor's gone up
isn't.
to second, I think. Yeah.
Someone could challenge for the championship, up in that front of the field, who is maybe better than some of the guys, or be up there in the top 3 in the championship at the end of the season, who necessarily isn't Raptors off track, but necessarily isn't, how do I want to put it?
That was strange.
Isn't as dominant as Patriot was, if that makes sense, but is able to contend for the race victories and races like they are. So you see people who are reserved, such as Joseph, and a few others as well, who have done good so far in this session, and just kind of gone to the top, if that makes sense. There's reserves, there's other people up there who could possibly get full-time rides.
Oh, Black's Roars.
Left this session again.
I'll re-invite him.
Yes. I know it's a little bit too early to talk about the championship, but it's also worth putting out there. Last season, the way the championship ended up being.
There we go. Yeah, I've seen certain people have issues with internet in other leagues, so wonder if this is the same problem.
Anyways, about to be a minute left in the session pretty soon. You have the difference in tires. A lot of people in softs, JB88 sticking on the mediums, Communist sticking on the mediums, maybe McLaren are thinking going to mediums to hards. What's that strategy you're thinking of, F1 driver, that is at this racetrack? Because I've seen Tier 1 drivers test strategy, I've seen Tier 2 drivers test strategy. I do not think anyone should go for the two-stop because it just won't work. But what do you think? We'll go on here.
Well, judging from what happened in Tier 1, the two-stop completely screwed over certain drivers. I think main ones were John Cobra. Yeah, all the one-stoppers benefited from that. Like, such as Polo getting on the podium because of it. Pluto kept the lead for the whole race. Well, not to say the whole race. The majority of the race, shall I say. Yeah, I think in Tier 3 and Tier 2, it's a possibility you may be able to get away with a two-stop, but in Tier 1, where everyone's quite tight, it'd be near impossible to pull it off.
Safety cars will be very dependent, so will where track position is, because the starts of China and real life have been crazy before. Black Raw has actually retired from the session now. Anyways, we got some people on laps. We have Joseph, who's starting a lap. You have Ditto, who just invalidated through the last corner, is going to be invalidated on this lap, so will not get a chance at another lap. There's the Williams of Florian Foley. He's going to go up to 11th. I think he just started that second lap there. The Alfa Romeo behind that is just Dylan Boy, gonna end his first full-time race since last season. He's gonna go up to 4th now. Mercedes off of turn 1. There is cars completing the checkered flag. There is Hisey on an outlap, actually going to come to the line this time. Will he be able to get that lap in? That'll be a bit of a question because of the timing glitch there usually is, and because of everything else. He does get that lap in. He's going to start this lap now. There's a McLaren coming to the line. That's got to be Communist because JB88 is in the pits. Does Communist go up to the top 10? He gets worse actually in that lap. He can't improve at all.
That's a disappointment.
Squid.
He'll be able to select mediums anyway. The race if he wants to.
The AlphaTauri Squid, there's the Risky Ground as well. They're on laps. Squid's going to come to the checker flag this time. Where does he go? He's currently in 10th place, but he could possibly improve his position because he was a second up into that sector. He could possibly go up to the top 5. Where does him and Risky's Robin go? Squid is going to go up to second there, just close to pole, and Risky behind that is going to stay 15th. Behind that as well, there's the Haas. There is Ditto on an invalidated lap time, so nothing gonna be complete. Ditto gonna complete the checker flag though. And Thrasher's around actually as well. There is
in the
two more
gravel.
cars coming, flying fully off track, and Hissy as well. Hissy's on a lap. So where is Hissy gonna go on these soft tires?
He's almost 9 tenths up from what I saw, so it should be a good lap. It'll probably put him top 5 if he nails the final few corners. Locks up slightly in the hairpin. Around the final corner. 2 of this lap puts.
Where does he go? He should be improved, at least in this one he does. He goes up to 7th, just behind Thrasher. And Thrasher's spinning around here on our lap and does retire from the session. So that is qualifying complete. I believe that's 2 poles in a row for GAC Hellcat.
I believe so, actually.
So that's an extra point for him. But JB88, who starts in the who starts on those mediums, is down in 8th, and Joseph is 1 in 10th. But everyone behind the top 10 gets a free tire choice. Tire choice. So
Tire
this should,
choice. Yes.
Yes, tire choice. Yes, makes sense. This should get good then. JC Hellcat, second consecutive pole, Squid in that front row on those softs. Then you have Raptor, last week's winner, choosing those softs, which mediums to hards might come into play more. You also have Hooded Monster, just Dylan Boy, rounding out the top 5. Thrasher, Hissy, JB88, who looked very dominant in preseason, sits down in 8th. Ditto, Joseph round out the top 10. Guys such as Florian, Aaron Ocon, CJ Pants, and Cart all round out the rest of the field, who are big names and guys who can possibly challenge for better positions. Cart with the quali ban from last week after the incident that he had in qualifying. So, of course, he's going to have to charge his way through the back of the field. How will people start this race as well? I've seen people have bad starts in this race before, and it caused a bit of a mess off the start in one of the old leagues I was in on F1 2018. So you got to get a good start, and you can't have a bad start in front of everyone here, because you'll just be a roadblock, and that's the way it is.
Yeah, definitely. You have to be careful. With traffic as well, if you're the car that's trying to get through all the traffic possible. And one of the best ways to do that is to undercut everyone and everyone else. It may risk you losing out near the end of the race, but at least you get ahead of the traffic at the midpoint.
Well, session about to start here. Formation lap on. This should get good in this race. What's going to happen? Who's going to choose what strategy outside that top 10? Anyways, let's look at the strategies and let's look at everything else. Strategies will pull up in just a moment. Communist actually going for the hards. That's very interesting to say. Everyone outside that top 10 on the medium, so they should be going mediums to hards. That's what the strategy should go for them. They should be able to gain positions out of this. So I'm going to go with 3 favorites in this race. JC Hellcat on pole, starting on those soft tires. This should get interesting with him. He's going softs to hards he's trying here. This should be interesting. Softs to hards is possible, but your tires will wear a ton. Soft, mediums at 2-stop doesn't look as powerful. Looks very, very weak on the drivers. JC Hellcat got a podium last week. He's looking to make it 2 in a row, and this would be the first time he's got back-to-back podiums since the USA races to start off Tier 2. And this is the first time he's been in Tier 3, so this is the first time he'd start off with back-to-back podiums since then the first 2 races. I also want to go with JB88 and the medium tires. He's probably on the preferred tires. I don't think anyone will make soft to hards work very much. I don't see it working, but you never know. Things could change very quickly. And JB88, who's had a lot of pace, hopefully he can use that, and hopefully he can show us what those mediums are capable of doing. And I also want to go with as well. I may as well steal one of yours, F1 driver. A driver for you, first full-time race since last season. Back in that Alfa Romeo ride, teaming with Aaron Ocon. This should get good with him. And, ooh, that gets close between the 2 ex-teammates. Just Dylan Boy, though. He, in the second race last season, which was at Bahrain, he finished 2nd in. So, and he was just short of podium last week. He could be on for possibly another one this week. F1 driver, 3 favorites from you that are not the ones I choose.
Yeah, well, Raptor, last week's winner, should do quite well. Obviously managed to win last week's race based off of penalties post-race, so hopefully he can keep it clean. I think Communist, to be honest, he's on the hards, and that he could, if there's a good amount of safety cars that can play into his his race strategy, I think he can do very well. And who else? I think Squid. He's on the front row, should keep himself out of traffic, and overall, he's in a good position to possibly win the race if he gets the right strategy.
We come upon for
5
5
red
lights for the first Chinese Grand Prix. This is the first time in ARL. We're going for the Chinese Grand Prix. We rev it up. And we are about to go.
Going?
We're lights out and away we go. Black Raw got a jump
Oh,
start
Black
to the
Raw.
field. He's got a drive-through from all that, and there's a bit of contact between the Haas and Williams, but now Hellcat keeps the race lead into turn 1. Raptor gets ahead of Squid. They're wheel-to-wheel down to turn 2 now, and they're wheel-to-wheel at the back.
Joseph's around. Ditto got shoved off by, I think it was an Alfa Romeo of just Dylan Boy. Overall, apart from a slight half spin, and I think it was quite clean into turn 1 and 2.
Down to turn 6.
What it was.
Going wheel-to-wheel. It's Hooded Monster and just Dylan Boy. They were trying for it.
Hooded
Just Dylan
Monster.
Boy's going to keep ahead. You also have at the back CJ Pants, Floyd Foley. They trade positions into turn 7. Floyd Foley's going to get the better of it, and he's going to get ahead. Now ahead of that, Aaron Ocon, who was in the medium tires and Communist.
Oh, is he trying to overtake Hooded Monster around the outside?
This is for position down to turn 12.
Around the outside.
He's going to get ahead.
Impressive.
For this race lead, though, JC Hellcat keeps ahead of Squid. Squid regained that second position after Raptor took it away for the moment into turn 1 and turn 2. Now it's Squid, Raptor, second, third, and you also have the highest guy mediums, JB88. He gained some track position out of that. He's going to try to go and battle with Dylan Boy. Dylan Boy trying to challenge him around the outside here into the hairpin.
Racing Point's trying to overtake everyone. CJ Pants tried to overtake people, but didn't really work. He too shallow into the corner, failed to make any overtakes there.
You also have Hooded Monster and Hissy. They're going wheel to wheel again. This is into turn 1 this time between the Red Bull and Ferrari. Hooded Monster trying around the far outside, but Hissy's going to keep the track position. He's going to keep the spot, and he is ahead.
JB88's up into 5th on the mediums. This could play very, very well in his to his case. If he gets past a couple more soft runners, should be on a good course race.
Raptor's got himself a DRS of Squid Jr. That's for second, that is. But he's got a train of cars behind him. This is all down at 9th, 8th position. Joseph and Communist, they've made a bit of contact, and Communist has slid through the corner, and there's a safety car because Burning Man's actually out of the session. That's a VSC, though.
He's crashed.
Oh, a bit of contact under the safety car, or under the VSC between Black Raw and Communist. Those two, one wheel to wheel. Communist clipping something. I just saw him in AI for a moment.
Is it just me? Is Black Raw lagging a bit?
Yeah, I think I saw that too. Anyways, with under this VSC, Hellcat's got the gap between him and Squid about a good second. Raptor really trying to get impatient here with Squid Jr.
I wonder if anyone's going to get any drive-throughs for speeding.
So we have our first retirement.
This will be very interesting.
From all this, and Hissy's got a 5-second penalty for colliding with someone.
There's
that
front wing into the hairpin.
Yeah. Thrasher comes to
Someone's
pit.
front wing was knocked. Yeah, Joseph gets the drive-through for speed.
Yeah, I thought I saw something else as well. Yeah.
People will get caught out.
Speaking of getting caught out, Squid has kind of caught Hellcat for this race lead now. This is for the first position, and the 5-10 gap between them is getting really, really much shortened down.
Bunch of people pitted. Black Raw onto the softs. He's probably trying to make a 2-stop there. In fact, no. Am I looking at it? No, Ditto's on mediums, and Hood Monster and Thrasher are on hards. Zig Starburst has joined. Okay.
Hellcat running off the racetrack. Squid Jr. as well. Remember, it's strict corner cutting, so they might be awarded a warning for that. Yeah, Zig did join. He's going to need to leave the session. I'm sure he's
Hellcat
going to...
almost spun off of that. Snell section, managed to catch it, but Squid's made up so much ground on him.
Now Squid with the overtake button with the DRS now onto the back straight. Squid wheel to wheel with Hellcat.
Is he going to go around the outside?
Into the hairpin this time.
Quite deep.
Hellcat's gonna keep the spot, but Squid also trying to go wheel to wheel here. He's gonna try to go ahead into the final corner. We saw Limitless and Pancakes try this back in a social race, and it did not work out. But now Squid gets ahead there. Raptor with the fastest lap. Hellcat trying to challenge back at it into
Hellcat
turn
may
one.
try and overtake again.
They're wheel to wheel. They're close with it. Bit of banging.
A little bit of contact. Squid will dive it here. Managing to keep it wheel to wheel for a good few corners. Still wheel to wheel. And Hellcat has conceded. Raptor trying it down the inside.
He was trying it for a moment, but just did not work. He was not close enough. And Black Draw pitting as well for that drive-through. He did a pit stop, but now he's trying for the drive-through, and he's almost going to get caught a lap down here with how far he's back from the front of the field.
Yeah, as much as this battling will sort out position short term, this is playing way into favour of JB88. He's on the mediums and he's managing to keep up with this pack because they keep battling. As long as these guys keep battling, it plays into his favour.
Hellcat
another mistake into
and that's really going to cost him because he's getting on the curb. He's getting wheel to wheel with Raptor. He gets sideways. Little slide for him, and Raptor getting ahead with the DRS.
He thought Hellcat was going to spin and just wipe him out. There's a ball off. I think that's risky for him. No, it's Hooded Monster.
Him. And Raptor gets ahead of Hellcat there. That's for the second position. He's got ahead into the hairpin. When will these soft runners try to pit? We see none of them coming out of the top three. Someone's going to have to tell
surprised that this hasn't been a VSA.
To leave the session with
race
engineering, because I'm pretty sure I know him and Joseph are friends, so he's gonna probably race engineer Joseph. He's gonna have to go to the stream to do that. That's the problem with that. You can't just go in and race engineer someone with, you know, the intent.
I'll put a gentle reminder in announcements.
Yep. And possible
to tell
messaging
people
would be great.
to not invite anyone.
And you know, putting it to Zigzar versus mine, which who knows if you'll understand. If you can just message Xbox, it'd work too, because I don't think he'll read it over Discord. Anyway. Squid keeping this race lead on those softs, but the thing is, there is still the 5 of the top 6 on these softs. JB88 is really trying to get by Hellcat here. Remember, these two were contending for the lead a lot last weekend at Bahrain, but of course Hellcat was on a different strategy. They're on a different strategy again, so gentle announcements are the best announcements, yes. Now JB around the outside of Hellcat gets through there. Hellcat with another mistake through that same corner, and now just Dylan Boy within the slipstream of him. He's got DRS. He's gonna go through it. Hellcat. He's got ahead. And now for the race lead as well, Raptor on Squid. Raptor dives back down the inside. Squid trying to switch back at the hairpin. Raptor ahead for the lead. Yeah, as you guys see, Raptor
Squid
early
into the pits.
And yeah. And that pit strategy is open for any guys on the hards.
Zeke Starbus has just told me no when I told him to leave the session. Lovely.
Alrighty then.
Okay then. I guess that's
Tell him
sorted.
you're supposed to. I'll tell him you're supposed to. You know, like you're supposed
This is
to.
silly, honestly.
It's not just like you know, it's not that, like, oh, we don't like you. It's just like I'd say it to anyone else. Atlantis asked to join the lobby to race engineer someone, I believe it was. I told him I prefer you to watch the stream. That's what I said, and he was calm with it. But clearly, we see who has the right attitude, who doesn't. But anyway, just Dylan Boy and Hissy. This is for third position. The Alfa Romeo and the Ferrari Black Raw gets the fastest lap right there on those soft tires. There was just a position trade. I believe that was Aaron Ocon and CJ Pants. Aaron gets ahead for position. That's for 8th and 9th. But CJ Pants is going to try to attack back at it. He's going to go down the inside here. Into turn 11 this is. Oh, a bit of contact between CJ Aaron.
Oh, sorry I wasn't talking, I was sorting something out in the background. Just Dylan Boy and Hissy going wheel to wheel into the hairpin. Just Dylan Boy going a bit deeper. And Hissy gets ahead.
Y'all flex
With DRS.
someone.
Oh no, he's gone into the pits.
Now JB88, who won the race on check last week, but the guy who actually won the race last week, Raptor, he took the lead over him. And where will Just Dylan Boy come out here on these tires? He's going to the hards. So it looks like most people are doing softs to hards. This should be interesting for tier 2 of what people will do. He's came out just ahead of Hellcat and just behind Thrasher though. He has.
So he jumped Hellcat.
Dylan Boy has.
Interesting.
Squid, CJ Pants, this is for 8th. Squid trying around the outside of CJ Pants into the hairpin at turn 6. They wheel bang just a little bit.
He gets ahead. There's no possible way you can keep side by side there. JB88 extending his lead on the medium tyre.
Yeah, about a good 2 seconds that is now, and Hissy's kind of caught up to him. Raptor as well. Raptor, they're on the. They've yet to pit in this race so far. You have behind them, I believe it was just Raptor locking up or someone locking up there. I think that may have been Hissy, because I know he runs no ABS. That's into the hairpin. When will Raptor and Hissy pit? Raptor does now. Hissy stays out another lap.
This is getting into the danger zone for tyres. What I know, the tyres are probably on about 60-70% at this point. The soft tyres do not last long. They overheat really badly. You can just see the graining on Hissy's front right tyre.
Dylan Boy tried to dive it down the inside of Thrasher, but now he's going to have DRS to go on the front straight. This is into turn 1. Dylan Boy wheel to wheel with him, and coming out of the pits as well. That's the Renault of Raptor. Dylan Boy gets ahead. And he's right in front of Hellcat and gets moved out of the way, out of the pits.
Hellcat sliding through the corners to try and get his car turned around. He does not seem comfortable on those hard tyres at all.
Dylan Boy gets out of Thrasher.
Sliding again.
Position as well. Those guys who went to hards, yeah. Squid actually trying for the 2-step. He went to medium, so in fact this should get interesting of if a safety car does come out. We've already seen a VSC in this race, safety car being a little bit more calm, and you don't want to extend their wide at the exit at turn 10 because that could be warning central right there. You could get a warning for that from the game for exceeding the check limits.
Double lock up for Hissy. He must pit this lap, surely. He's sliding everywhere. Yes, he pits.
Smart.
Any longer, he probably would have spun. Ended up with a puncture.
CJ
All
Pants
the medium
and
runners
Just Dylan
show
Boy
now.
had just went wheel to wheel there at the hairpin. Just Dylan Boy got the better of it. And, well, this is into the final corner, and Raptor gonna get ahead, but they're wheel to wheel. They bang a little bit. Hellcat off the track. And gets a penalty for it.
Hellcat gets a penalty, and Joseph. CJ Pants almost did a Hamilton into the pit lane. This is interesting. He's pitting now on the mediums. Very interesting. Oh, he's pitting for a wing change. That's understandable. Raptor. Trying to make a move on Thrasher, can't get through.
Not close enough.
We have Florian and Kart. This should be interesting once it gets to the massive straight. Flips the curb on the outside a bit. Gets the car rotated and onto the straight. ERS and DRS should help him out here.
overtake button might
Here he
be engaged by
comes.
at least one of them. And yeah, into the hair. Which way does Cart go? He's going to go down the inside of Florian
Florian
Foley.
has no ERS left at all.
Well, nor does Cart.
Oh,
Cart
shoves
goes
him
on the
out.
side. Ooh, bit aggressive, but Cart goes ahead. Squid and Aaron Ocon. This is into the hairpin. Squid gets ahead of Aaron Ocon. Aaron Ocon yet to pit in this race.
Aaron
Squid already
Ocon tries
has.
to fight back, but that's a position lost. Now I wonder if there'll be some sort of... Maybe not, Aaron might let his teammates through due to them being on slightly different strategies. Hellcat just lagged off the
Thrasher
track.
and Raptor
Oh!
at turn 1. Thrasher kind of
Thrasher
moves
just
him out of the
hit
way.
the side of squeezed him. Has he got wing damage?
Yellow flag.
Oh.
That's Black Raw. And the pit lane actually retired. That's at the pit lane he's retired.
Oh, he's done a Hamilton. He's
This brings
literally
out a
done
safety car.
Hamilton.
This brings out a safety car.
He's binned it into the pit lane entrance, like Hamilton did in 2007. Yeah, that is big disappointment. Out of all the places you could crash, you've ended up in the pit lane. Anyway, this will definitely shake the whole race up. I think a load of the medium runners are definitely going to benefit from this. And JV88 has got a 12-second lead over Cart. Yeah, this is definitely going to help him out.
I would assume he'd be pitting. There's no way he doesn't. But lap 10 of the Grand Prix, safety car if you're just tuning in. And JB88, he does choose to come into the pits this time.
Yep. Surely all the medium runners will now pit for hards. But that's really... That doesn't help out Company way slightest. He's going to have to pick between doing the 2-stop or just staying out and hoping for another safety car. Or VSC. He stays out and he gets ahead of JB88. So it's the two McLarens, 1-2.
Black
Black
Raw
Raw
getting
has
out of the
left.
race, leaving the session. Just some things we haven't talked about in this race so far. Safety car is out. Just Dylan Boy, who pitted for the hard just a moment ago. Dylan Boy was on those softs, and where he stands, it's Dylan Boy, Hellcat, Raptor, 3rd through 5th. And behind that as well, Florian Foley, who was in that top 3 spots, comes out. 7th, Aaron Ocon comes out toward the top 10. Thrasher pitting for mediums as well. That's very interesting to see. And you also have people such as Riskiest Robin in his first race. And his first league race on this game, I'm pretty sure I would say. Already pitting and close to the points.
This will definitely bring... This is definitely going to shake up the grid massively. Communist has still got to pit. Probably... I don't know if another safety car will come out. None of us know. But he definitely has to rely on one now. No way is he going to pit for mediums now.
No way.
Got JB88 behind. Just Dylan Boy, Hellcat, Raptor, Cart, Foley, Hissy, Squid, and then Aaron. And then Thrasher behind on the mediums. I wonder if he's trying to do a 2-stop. Mediums to softs possibly, and he extends the track. Okay then.
If you're just tuning in, of course, safety cars come out for Black Raw, who binned it in the pit lane. That was a Lewis Hamilton type of style crash with that. Binned it, heading into the pit lane. And so we only have 2 people out of the race. Black Raw and Burning Man, the 2 out of the race. Lap 11 out of 28.
Oh, 5-second penalty. Oh.
Raptor.
What's happened here? Okay. People are overtaking each other on the safety car. This isn't good.
Raptors just pit, so they have a reason to overtake him because he's gone to the pits. But the thing is, what's going on with just Dylan Boy and Hellcat? Because those 2 just traded spots there.
I don't know what's going on there. Just end up, I think, was it Raptor or just Dylan Boy who ended up with a penalty? Let's have a look.
Yeah, it was Raptor.
Just Raptor.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's gone on. Maybe I think what's happened is Dylan Boyce accidentally overtook Hellcat whilst he was warming his tyres up, probably broke, after didn't realise behind, and then probably just smacked the back of him. Yeah, he's gone on to the mediums, I still don't think he's going to make it.
You have Communist who's gained 11 spots even though he's yet to pick. JB88 with the 6 positions. He's pit, but he's on a different strategy than most of the people as well. Cart, who from a quality ban, is gone from 18th to 5th as of right now. So that's the way everything sits.
I believe the safety car should come in this lap.
We'll find out into Sector 3. Communist right in the back of the safety car, but it's a McLaren 1-2 as things stand. Both Red Bulls at the back, both Haas, just one of them for the points.
Oh no, it's coming,
yep,
coming in.
There you go. So we should be getting ready for this safety car restart just pretty soon. Anyway, 9/10 that gap is.
Communist is already gone.
Yeah, he's kind of gone, and the game's gonna back him off though. It's as it stands, it's a McLaren 1-2, but JB8 is gonna have to catch up to them. He can't really go now. He can't try to attempt to go because where he's at, that safety car is coming in now. So
yep,
he's gotta go at the right time. And the game's gonna make him slow down anyway where he's at. And JB8's got a penalty for colliding with Hellcat there, and here we're about to go for the restart pretty soon. When does Communist go? He's not fully on the gas. Now he is. JB88 challenged from the race lead. It's the 2 McLarens going little wheel. It's about to be 3 wide. Into turn 1. Hellcat getting the advantage. 88 around the outside. JB is going to get it.
Is he though? Hellcat's coming back down the inside. Just Dylan Boy got past Communist.
JB88 taking the race lead.
What's going on in the
fell
back?
down to 4th from that.
Squid
now Dylan Boy getting
trying
a position
to overtake
as well.
Hissy. No,
So,
Cart trying to overtake Communist, that didn't work. Thresher around the outside of Squid. Going down the inside, surely Squid has to concede. Yeah, he does.
And hits the back of Hissy as well into turn 8.
Hissy. Oh,
trying to dive down the inside, he does.
Oh!
Oh,
no,
there he
no.
goes. There he goes. He's broke his front wing.
That wasn't going to work, unfortunately.
Dylan Boy on the back of Hellcat. This is for the 2nd position now. They're still trying to challenge to get up to JB88. The only one yet to pit in this race is Communist.
Oh, Threshers. Oh.
Out.
Right. Okay then. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna report that. Okay. Nice barrier.
Car and Communist into the hairpin as well. Car on Communist. Car's gonna dive down the inside, but Car's gonna get through.
Oh my! Raptor. Oh, Riskiest Robin went into neutral gear and got force out.
Florian around the outside.
And overtaken by a bunch of cars.
As well with Hissy. They all get through. Squid Jr. is gonna try to get by him. Communist fell down from the lead to about 8th now. He's really lost a lot of
is he gonna try and overtake Hissy? Oh, not enough for him. There's so many more opportunities for everyone further down the grid now that JP88 has a 5-second time penalty. Whatever reason. That may be appealed. Oh! Communist, I think, hit the back of Squid. Squid's car just jolted forwards.
CJ Panthers trying to narrow con as well. They're just pretty close between one another. They're still with that pack of cars. Okay then.
Hissy down the inside of Florian. Hissy, I believe, takes this. Yeah, he does. Florian trying his best to get past Hissy. I don't think it's going to work. Nope.
Can't do so. Behind that, CJ Pants Ditto. Ditto's gonna dive bomb it from a far back and gonna hit into Aaron Ocon at the hairpin.
Hellcat gets a penalty. Oh, this isn't gonna work. Yep. Maybe a fastest lap on the hards. He's really pushing to try and get a good kick to the car
CJ can't
behind.
do so.
Is Hooded Monster gonna get past? Yep. You get past one car, maybe two cars. Nope. Oh no, CJ's fighting back.
The Monster was gonna try to run the outside of CJ.
Oh, Aaron's gone wide. CJ is through. Aaron's going to try and dive it down the inside. Managed to get past. Hooded Monster goes wide. CJ is going to try it again. These guys are really fighting for position. CJ gets a warning, for a penalty for that. Now, more wheel banging. And he eventually gets past. Oh, maybe not.
Hooded Monster as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Hooded Monster as well. Dives it back down the inside of Raptor. Off the track as well in the background.
Crazy in the back.
Squid Jr. Florian Foley. Squid Jr. is going to get ahead there. That's for 6th and 7th. Florian Foley is not going to dive it back down the inside.
He's trying to overtake Aaron around the outside at the hairpin. Raptor tried to overtake as well, but got caught on the curb.
Ditto gets by Communist
Just
as well.
DRS train. Now Hooded Monster will definitely catch up with Communist on those medium tyres. Trains! There's a massive train in the back. JVA is pulling a lead away. Now 2 seconds. And then just Dylan Boy and Hellcat are now trying to catch up.
Apologies for not talking. Just arguing.
Oh! CJ Pans just went off. As well as Raptor.
Yeah, they're in the grass.
That was very unusual. I've never seen a car just go that wide. It was two cars as well.
And
That
just
was
Dylan Boy and
very strange.
Hellcat as well. Just Dylan Boy down the inside at the hairpin. Hellcat switching back.
switch
Hellcat
back.
goes ahead. Hissy had a card, but Card's trying to switch back at the
this
hairpin.
is
Hissy goes
close.
into him. They get damage.
Oh.
Card's gonna have to pit now.
Oh, Hissy got a penalty from what's in the corner when he was trying to clip an incident.
Dylan
May
Boy
try
on
and
the
get that
outside though
appealed.
as well. This is in Dylan Boy gets ahead.
Oh,
Hellcat
Cart
trying to
gets a
dive back
penalty
down the
for
inside.
speeding.
Makes a bit of contact.
Oh. Oh, someone binned it, CJ Pants,
is out.
he's binned it where
There's a safety
in
car.
the last corner. I think Communist is back in this race now. Wonder if he's going to pit for softs or mediums. Surely the softs won't go that long.
Yeah.
It has to be the mediums. Here
She
comes
was so
Raptor.
far behind now, looking at it. There we go. Should be updated. Just updated it. But Raptor got the chance to pit there as well. Going on to Old Hards. Cart as well. Just got the chance to pit there too.
I wonder if any of the hard runners are going to pit for softs. Or mediums even. I wonder. I think the softs can just about make it because safety car will be out for another 2 laps after this one. So
So who's gonna pit here? Because people could probably go mediums or well, not softs, but mediums at the end. Dylan Boy, Hellcat, they both pit, and Hissy stays out. Squid stays out as well. Ditto's gonna stay out. Flooring Fully's gonna go pit. Hooded Monster stays out. Communist goes to pit, which we would expect anyway. Aaron Ocon stays out. Joseph, where does he go? Risky's Robin stays out. Joseph pits. Cart already pitted, so he's going to stay out. Risky's Robin's going to get himself up to 9th from all this. So the top 6 is all stayed out from the looks of this.
Yeah, Florian on the softs, doing what I was thinking.
Hey, could softs go to the end? That's a good question.
I think someone's got them 8 laps, and they did qualify on them, so
yeah. This is the second safety car of the
that
race.
should be very interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're going to get that elusive late race safety car, but you never know.
Could happen.
Anything
We have
can
not
happen.
seen that Tier 3 yet, so could be a first time we see that. Just don't know.
Be a big shake-up.
Yeah, this race has got unknowns, and you don't know what could happen. JB88 leads the pack with Hissy behind. Hissy trying to challenge for a podium. Squid as well. Squid hasn't had a podium since Singapore last season. That was back in about a good 4 months ago. Ditto as well, trying to challenge for a first podium since Italy. Hooded Monster yet to be in the podium. And the top 5, Aaron Ocon as well, put himself in a position. Dylan Boy pitted, Hellcat pitted. They were all 3rd, 4th. Risky's driving a collision with Hellcat. Don't know what that was for.
He's a good 100 meters back, so I wonder if something's... It seems to be people running to Hellcat or Hellcat running into others. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's a coincidence or... Yeah, that's very strange.
Risky's Robin as well, who had stayed out, stays in the points position. He's trying to challenge for his first points. 4 people out of this race. CJ Pants being the most recent. Thrasher as well. Cart in the points from starting outside the top 15 after his quality ban. Flooring Fully on the softs as well. Communist as well. Outside of the points after that happened. Raptor as well. Pitted for old pairs of tires. And Thrasher brings up a good point that Dylan could possibly win this race. Yes, that is kind of correct because he's on the medium tires.
Yes.
And from where he's at.
Definitely, yeah. I think we were skeptical about him making it to the end, but with these amount of savers, Squid Junior penalty for hitting Ditto. Oh, trading positions. What's going on here?
Ditto has to let by, but
no.
Squid is not going by.
What's going on here? Oh dear. No, USA Season 1 all over again. What is going on here? Hissy, ignoring yellow flags.
Ditto, collision. A mess
What
in
is
the back.
going on
Squid
here?
ignoring yellow flag.
Squid,
ignoring the yellow
flags.
flag. Yeah, that's
Oh,
created a mess,
Ditto's
so
into
that
that.
will probably be a
No.
penalty after the race, yeah.
What
Ditto
is
now,
going
yeah.
on here?
Yep. I will check pens
Her
for just a
insert
moment here.
is... It looks to see... Yeah, it's lag. Yep. I thought so. That's going to be a penalty. That, I'm sorry, but you can't just cause a massive incident like that away with it. That was a mess. That was shocking. I'm sorry.
That's probably going to be a penalty at least. Ditto's ghosted. I don't know what that's for. Maybe not even the session. So that's going to cause an
she
issue.
left for the session. She disconnected. I'll
You'll have to
quickly
invite
try
back.
to invite back.
And safety car should be in this lap if I'm correct. So yeah. I will check pens. Let me do that right now, actually. Anyway, JB88 had that 5-second penalty that he'll have to serve at the end of the race.
Oh, no sound. Lovely.
Oh,
there we go.
Hissy, 3 penalties plus that 5-second.
I wonder when JB's going to go.
Squid, 2 penalties apparently according to that because of the safety car.
Oh, he's off. He's off.
And there's more penalties at the back, but we'll focus on
Here
the
he
safety car
goes.
restart just now. JB8 leads the safety car restart. Overtake button engaged.
Single
Hissy
file.
second as well. And behind that, they're all trying to gain another, but just Ditto disconnected from the session. Hooded Monster's going to try to pass her, and behind that, Cart gets by Risky's Robin as well for position, fully trying on him. Whoa.
Not the most interesting safety car restart, but definitely very important for certain people. Very clean safety car restart. Oh, Dylan Boy diving it down the inside. Got the worst out of that. Yeah, there's a lot of lag in this session.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on. It's certain people with very laggy. I don't know if it's Sam hosting or...
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll have to see after the race.
Hellcat trying to get past Aaron. Aaron trying to dive it down the inside again. Hellcat with his internet. Yeah. Dylan Boy trying to get past Aaron now. He was compromised into a very fast right-hander. Joseph with another penalty. Here goes Joseph on Raptor. Very deep. Raptor's going to do the switchback. Try to get past him. Oh, Joseph comes out of the top on that one. JB's trying everything to get out of the DRS of the Hissy.
And that'll be crucial for him, because if he gets himself out of DRS, he can get himself in a good position based off the pens he has. That 5 second, if he doesn't appeal that, you know, where he is at. And Hissy has the 3 penalties he has and the 5 second.
Yeah, penalties will be a massive factor in this race after what we've seen. Certain incidents, people hitting each other with a safety car. Oh, Ditto's retired.
She's out, so that's based off the game. That's retirement on track. Yeah. Watching Riskiest Robin now where he's at into the corner.
Yep, that's a retirement on track. Yep.
Yep, and just leaving the session. Yep. Joseph down the inside of Communist. Communist making contact, going off the track. Joseph goes ahead. And Hellcat, he's capitalizing on Hoodmonster's mistake out of the corner as well. Hellcat goes ahead for the time being, but Hoodmonster's got it back. Hooded Monster with the overtake button has got it back before the DRS has been enabled. Just Dylan Boy trying to challenge as well. Hooded Monster staying ahead, but Hellcat's down the inside.
Everything's happened all of a sudden. What's going on? Dylan Boy trying to go on the outside, somehow made it work. Hellcat's now trying to overtake Dylan Boy again. Down the inside. Oh! He spun! Into the middle of the track. Dylan spun Hellcat. I'm not sure what happened. I can't really comment on anything in that for obvious reasons. And Hellcat spun again. That's him out, surely. Yeah, that's disappointing.
And
resets the track, lovely.
Reset the track, yeah. Not really gonna do anything in the end for him, but Aaron Ocon gets passed by Joseph as well. That's for a points position as well, and also Cart himself, he's got himself up at good positions out of this, and so has Florian Foley too. So yeah, Hissy's got himself in the DRS range. He's got himself in the 7/10. He's gaining right now. He's using the overtake button. And so is GB88 right now on this back straight. And DRS enabled for Hissy. 7/10 that gap, and Risky's Robin is got by Hellcat. Risky's Robin letting him go now. No flag for that. Raptors got passed by Communist as well.
I don't know what's going on with the two quads at the back. I feel like a bit messing around going on, but
GB88 just picked up his first penalty. That'll be huge by the end of this race. Let's check penalties. Just Dylan Boy fastest lap. Check penalties. JB88.
Someone has asked, can Tier 3 use regular corner cone? No. It has to be consistent for all tiers. We tried it last game. It was fine on strict, so I don't
9
see why we
seconds
have
for
to change it.
Hissy. Squid with nothing but those 2 penalties that he got under the safety car. He's going to be questioned after the race for that. Just Dylan Boy with just the penalty.
Yeah,
Hellcats actually retired from the session
today.
now. Hooded
I
Monster
think Riskiest
warning.
Robin will do the same thing. Maybe, maybe not. Not sure. Going on to soft. Oh, he's 7 in 5 seconds.
Raptor and Communist.
Okay.
Communist has got to head through the little S section. Cart on Hooded Monster. This is for position at a turn 10. Cart's got the advantage on him now into turn 11. And Cart cannot get the advantage.
Squid
Cart is
challenging
behind him still.
just Dylan Boy. Just Dylan Boy gets ahead. But Squid has the DRS down the straight. Riskiest Robin, 5-second penalty for crossing the pit lane exit white line.
Wow.
I've never seen someone get a penalty for that. Wow. Okay then.
Communist
He must have crossed it
straight.
3
This is
times.
for 10th as well.
Strange.
Yeah, it must have. Now into the hairpin. They make a bit of contact. Last week's race winner and Communist as well. This is not crucial for the championship for Renault where they're sitting at. They're sitting down in 10th. As we come to 5 laps to go.
Communist with a penalty. That's a very easy corner to get penalties on. You go slightly wide and the curb catches you, and then if you can, you're basically a passenger at that point.
There's a 3-car battle for the 5th position between Hooded Monster, Car, and Florian. Squid with those 5 seconds probably will stay because of the whole incident that he's had under the safety car where he caused a mess. That was all 10 seconds. That will probably stay. So these guys are challenging for 4th. And if you really think about it, these guys in fact might be challenging here from 5th, 6th, 7th on for podium because Hissy has 9 seconds of penalties and have no penalties. These guys could be able to challenge up for a good position towards that podium by the end of this race. And Hissy's out of DRS. Maybe just got back in it. Don't know. That gap between the race lead, 9 tenths between them. But you also have behind that Hooded Monster Cart as well. They're battling out the Red Bull and Merc. DRS enabled. Overtake as well. Cart and Hooded Monster. This is under the hairpin. Cart gonna dive it down the inside. Is he gonna be able to make it work? Oh,
I don't think he will. Too shallow.
Yeah. Squid also gaining on just Dylan Boy as well. Squid with those 10 seconds of penalties. Now we come to 4 laps to go.
Hissy within DRS. This is very crucial. Even if the penalty gets removed, he can still win this. Hissy can still win, I believe.
On track at least.
Yeah.
Now Raptor and Aaron Ocon. And Raptor gets ahead of Aaron Ocon. Raptor really struggling last week's race winner. Different strategy. He's down in 9th. He's got a position though.
The amount of penalties I've seen is crazy.
Two tenths between and a monster card as well. This is for 5th and 6th.
Oh, lovely.
He's got himself out of DRS this time, so that gap is a second. I don't think he's got DRS to the line. No, he does not. Coming to 3 laps to go this time.
We only have 12 races left. That's compared to what we had last week, this is quite different.
Yeah, six retirements so far in this race, and you know it might be more. Hooded Monster Cart as well. This is out of the fallen corner. Hooded Monster trying to defend from Cart into turn 1 this time. Cart's got the DRS enabled, but he doesn't have enough DRS on his button there. Yellow flag. That's at the back. That's
Communist and Aaron.
Yeah.
I think what's happened is Communist has shoved Aaron wide. Aaron was originally 10th.
Communist also has damage as well.
Communist
They're
with
driving
front
it down the
wing
side.
damage. Oh,
They've touched.
no. He just turned into him. To Communist, that's not good.
Joseph hits the back of Florian as well.
I don't know what happened there, but something did, and yeah, not brilliant.
Hart hits the back of a monster right there.
No damage, fortunately, all I could see. You can tell how ambitious Kart is. He wants to get past this, wants to get past Hooded Monster.
He's really trying for it. And the defending last week of Bahrain was a bit questionable. Now these guys are running in higher positions to where they can challenge for more, and especially with Squid's 10 seconds, they could possibly get fourth by the end of this race. So now, Dylan Boy is caught up to Hissy as well, so they could challenge for this position as well where they're at. Hooded Monster does not have any penalties, so where he's at, that's 8 seconds between them. Hissy's got the 9 seconds, and I believe he has that 5 seconds as well. Let's see who's on the podium by the end of this race.
This should be very interesting. Joseph for the penalty, I saw that one. That corner seems to be catching a lot of people up. Out down the inside of Joseph, I think. Yep.
Dylan Boy around the outside of
Joseph
Hissy. This is at the hairpin as well. Dylan Boy, Hissy, they touched just a little bit, but Dylan Boy getting the traction off the corner. Dylan Boy gonna go ahead for now. And they make contact again. That was close.
Someone got a spawn in that. That was very brave move. You see on 17 lap old hards compared to just Dylan's 8 laps old mediums. It should be quite tight.
By Hooded Monster. It's Merck's in that train now. Kart from the back of the grid, all the way from 18th in the grid after his quali ban up to 5th, could possibly get 4th by the end of this race. And Hissy, Dylan Boy, they're trading, kind of substituting back on the straight, and now Hissy trying to defend just Dylan Boy to the outside now. This is into the hairpin before the last lap. Dylan Boy around the outside, he's going to try it. He's got it.
Traction out of the corner. Now he's just got to defend for the last lap.
Hooded Monster, Joseph's going to switch back on Hooded Monster. Almost swipes into him. Joseph stays ahead. And now it's the last lap of the Grand Prix. JB88 leading the race. The gap between just Dylan Boy and JB88 kind of cut down just a little bit, but it's not going to be enough, of course, because Dylan Boy has the one penalty he has. JB88 as well has the penalty he has. He has that 5 second, which is unserved, but I'm sure he's going to get that appealed, so it's going to be questionable for this race win of what we're seeing right now. Dylan Boy with the penalty, that's 3 seconds. JB88 and 14 seconds is the total for Hissy with the 5 seconds he's got. So I'm sure JB88 will try to appeal that. 2 penalties for Squid. Kart as well. That 5 second penalty, which I believe has already been served. Joseph had that drive through at the start. You see how much Dylan was trying to cut down the gap. They both have just... You know, if Dylan Boy got by Hissy maybe a little bit earlier, could Dylan Boy have the challenge for this win? Who knows? But he's got that gap down like Raptor did last week. He's got the gap down, and now into the fallen corners for the race win. Communist Air, no con, they go wheel for a moment, but keeps it clean. Out of the fallen corner, JB88 is going to come across the line. He's going to win the race on track. He takes the Chinese Grand Prix checkered flag, but it's going to be just Dylan Boy for now taking the victory.
Interesting.
Post-race penalties, you have to find out who wins that one. Kart out of the fallen corner. Is he going to take a podium as well? Kart is going to stay where he does. Joseph is going to stay where he does as well. Hooded Monster up a position. Raptor up a position.
Joseph drops 2.
So just Dylan Boy wins the race for now, but of course post-race penalties will be interesting.
Communist and Aaron to the line.
Yeah, no kind takes the last point.
Riskiest Robin, last one on track. So just Dylan Boy so far before any penalties won the race off the penalties in game. JV88 second and Hissy third.
Hello. Yes, no. Kagoda asked, did Hissy and JB88 serve their pets? Just wondering. JB88 was unserved. Hissy, I believe I want to say as well, was unserved.
Mine, I had a penalty at the
I do
start.
have that
the
penalty that I have. I'm going to appeal it because 2 warnings I have were retarded.
Yeah.
Was that my fault whenever me and Hellcat touched?
It seems to be a problem. Loads of people got penalties for hitting Hellcat. Just saying. So.
Yeah.
I don't think
just you.
I touched him. I think he hit me. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, yeah, that happened to me as well.
Ah.
Someone hit the back of me, I got a 5-second stop go. Yeah, and another stupid one.
You're racing,
yeah. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, that was good. I like that race. That was fun. Ooh. I know. Actually kind of saved me a wee bit because of that penalty I got, but I'll take it. Yeah, I was doing on stop as well, but yeah.
Everyone's got a penalty. Oh man.
Yeah. I had like one proper one. Yeah. I had one proper penalty, and I'm going to appeal the other one. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll take third.
I don't know what to say, to be honest. From the front, it was actually quite a good fight, but near the back, it was a bit silly. To be honest. Yeah, I saw it all.
I really enjoyed that though. I really enjoyed that.
I don't know where to start with post-race interviews, though. I know, definitely from a personal experience, it was not one of my favorite races to commentate, but I know from a driver's point of view, it may have been one of your guys' favorite race, may have been not, I don't know. I don't know who to start with because, of course, Dylan Boy, you said you could appeal that penalty, and of course, JB88, you said as well that that penalty could easily be appealed, but again, there's 3 second versus 3 seconds left after that, so, I mean, who the hell knows who's one race. I'll go backwards, actually, from post-race interviews this time. I'll talk to you, Hissy, first. Hissy, you finished third. Good battle with Dylan Boy in the last lap. How'd you look at the race?
I actually liked the race as a whole. Like, I thought it was quite good. Apart from a couple of silly penalties at the start, I think somebody hit me under the VSC. Like, you know, they hit into the back of me, and then I got a 5-second penalty somehow. You know, because they hit into the back. Anyway, you know, but apart from the kind of silly penalties, I actually really enjoyed it, and I would have held second as well if I hadn't, because I got a bit. Because the back end went out as I was about to go into the back straight in this on the second last lap, and I was like, "Oh man, he's gonna overtake me now." But actually, I really enjoyed it. I had pretty decent pace, I think, because I actually thought about pitting under the second safety car and going for mediums, but I thought my pace wasn't too bad on the hards, you know, just to merit staying out, and it seemed to work in the end up. And, you know, and try to keep out the way of everyone else at the back. Yeah, that's a happy overall. Happy with third. I'll take that.
Now, how happy are you to return to the podium for the second season in a row for you? Because Tier 3, first season, Tier 3, you got a podium about a few times, and now you got to the podium in the first 2 races. How do you feel with the different competition, with everything else, when you return to the podium?
Yeah, it's always nice returning to the podium. I think my very first podium was, if that was against Dylan in season 2 in France.
Was it?
I think that was my first one. Yeah,
I think it was
France. It was in France. Yeah, France. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so that was good. It's always nice getting your, you know, to get in the podium again. And I just hope it can, you know, just a repetition, you know. And JB88, you know, it's good, and you know, obviously Dylan and stuff. Everyone's
He's too
everyone
fast.
races really well. I thought for a second I was going to get him as well, but yeah, just yeah, pretty consistent racing from you. But no, but overall good though. Yeah, I'm happy with the racing so far and how I'm racing as well, and happy to get my first podium this season. So at least that's in the bag. I thought I could have been second, but yeah, but Dylan in those sorry, in the mediums just got me really quick. So yeah, fair play, mate. But yeah, enjoying it
Good
though.
man.
Really good season so far. That's me.
Congrats on the podium. Sid P3, of course, and of course, I don't think
Yeah.
anyone else will try to get any penalties appealed. I mean, I know Squid had 10 seconds behind you from safety car incidents, but I don't think those will get appealed, in my opinion, at least from what I've seen from the incident, because I've seen him just basically stopping on track and causing an issue. So, of course, I think you'll probably sit third after everyone tries to appeal. I think you'll sit there, but we'll find out. Congrats on the podium.
Yeah. Cheers.
F1 driver. May as well start with Dylan Boy. Second place finisher on track, but first for now, we don't know who the winner will be after everything gets sorted with post-race penalties and post-race appeals and everything, all that.
Okay then.
Driver, may as well start.
So, yeah, then boy, do you think you would have won that race? Thinking at the start of the race, did you ever think you'd win it?
I was thinking I'd have a podium. I'm not sure completely on a win just because of where I was starting, and my race pace wasn't as good as my quali pace. So and Hellcats was pretty good as well. I was pretty hard battling him.
Yeah. Do you think your strategy of pitting on the mediums would work out when you first did it, or do you think
Whenever I first got into the mediums, I was thinking it would work. But then once I saw everybody else stay out besides me and Hellcat, I thought my race was done.
Do you feel a bit unnerved about thinking that you may lose the win because of penalty appeals, or do you think you're quite happy with?
Either way, man, it's a
post-race
podium. I'd be fine either way. I mean, of course, I'd like the points more. I like the win, but either way, a podium is a podium. I love it.
Yep. Fair enough. I think we should go to JB now. So you did win on track. Do you think you deserve the win?
Yeah. I knew if I got position from the start, I would operate it. Safe. Someone hit into the back of me. Could be removed, but
Yeah.
I know mediums and hards was
Yeah, definitely. Did you feel like some of the penalties were unfair in that race?
I know. I only got 3 seconds. Safety car one, but I don't know about everyone seems to get one. No idea.
Yeah, I think I should ask a question to everyone in the party. Do you think your penalties overall were quite fair? Because I saw quite a few people complain about the penalties being too strict on track anyway.
One more than most of the 3 seconds. I think
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because we did have the problem last season of people. It was better to police it by removing penalties than adding people's penalties on, making sure people weren't abusing certain corners on regular. I do think it is a problem because strict is too strict in my opinion, and then regular is too lenient. There just needs to be a middle option. Yeah, definitely.
Getting them validations and all else, but the little one definitely.
Well,
really should have got more 6 seconds.
I have a question for you, JB88. Just you'll be leading the championship after this race, it looks like, because Raptors bad race. How do you look at the season overall, and how do you look at the way the season could go for you? Because of course you were on the podium in Bahrain, you were on the podium here. Very consistent by you, but you should be leading the championship after this. Are you happy at all? Or are you just thinking bigger picture? Bigger picture.
There's a hard
Alright, that's all I have. F1 driver, anything else you have about the race that you want to mention?
I think I asked all questions before.
Yeah, I think I did too. That's all I have. That's all I have. I don't really have much, but tune-in's here too, I guess. 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. UK. About a good 30 minutes from now. Tune in then for the next race for Tier 2. We'll see you guys then. We'll see you guys next week at Baku for Tier 3.